All right. So today we're diving into the kind of crazy world of ethical hacking
Oh, yeah.
using Python.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Yeah,
a
definitely.
book called Black Hat Python
Good one.
by Justin Seitz.
Yeah.
And
It's a good one.
it's all about like building your own cybersecurity toolkit, like
Yeah.
from scratch, you know,
Totally, yeah.
instead of just using existing tools.
Right, yeah, and I think that's what's so cool about this book is that it really does, it takes you beyond just using those pre-built tools, you know?
Yeah.
It's about really understanding how those attacks work
Right.
at their core and using Python to
Yeah.
actually craft your own tools.
Yeah. So Justin Seitz, he's not just some like
Yeah.
guy who read a few things online.
Right.
Like
Oh.
he is a seasoned Python hacker himself.
Oh, yeah, he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I think is fascinating about this book is
Yeah.
that he dives right into the practical stuff, right? Like, it's not just theory.
Yeah.
By the end of this book, you could be building tools to, analyze network traffic, find vulnerabilities in web applications,
Yeah.
you name it.
So like why is Python
Yeah.
like the E language
Yeah, yeah.
for this kind of thing?
Oh, that's a great question. Well,
Yeah.
let me put it this way.
Okay.
So many of the tools
Right.
that cybersecurity professionals use every single day
Yeah.
are built on Python.
Really?
We're talking fuzzers,
Okay.
which are like automated bug hunters.
Oh, wow.
For code, proxies, which let you reroute and analyze network traffic. Even entire exploit frameworks like Canvas,
Wow.
which professionals use for penetration testing.
Wow. It's like Python is like the Swiss Army knife of hacking.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And because it's so widely used, there's a massive community
Right.
of developers constantly creating and sharing new libraries and tools,
Yeah.
making it incredibly powerful for ethical hacking and
Penetration testing.
penetration testing. Exactly.
Okay. So walk me through what's actually in this book.
Sure.
Like what are some of the key things that Black Hat Python
Yeah.
covers?
So the book starts off with network fundamentals,
Oh.
right? Going really deep on how data flows online.
Okay.
Then it dives into, raw sockets,
Okay.
which lets you talk to the network at a very low level.
So it's not for like complete beginners then.
Well, it's for anyone who's willing to put in the work, right?
Right.
The book assumes that you're ready to get your hands dirty.
Okay.
With code, right?
Right. Yeah.
And it rewards you with some seriously cool skills.
Right.
We're talking like web app hacking, building Trojans, even messing around with Windows vulnerabilities.
Oh, wow.
To understand how systems can be exploited.
Now that sounds like something straight out of a movie.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool stuff.
Tell me more about those Windows exploits.
So the book gets into Windows privilege escalation,
Okay.
which is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Imagine you've gained access to a basic user account,
Right.
right, on a Windows system.
Right.
Privilege escalation is how you could potentially
Yeah.
exploit vulnerabilities
Okay.
to gain system-level access, the highest level of control.
So you're telling me this book teaches you how to potentially become like the administrator of any Windows computer.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
That's kind of alarming.
Yeah, but remember, this book is all about ethical hacking, right? It's
Right.
about understanding how these techniques work so that you can protect against them.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like learning how to pick a lock.
Exactly.
Not so you can break into houses,
Right.
but so you can understand how to make your own doors more secure.
I love that analogy. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Black Hat Python arms you with the same knowledge and tools as
Right.
as the bad guys,
Yeah.
but with the goal of making systems more secure,
Right. Yeah.
not exploiting them.
Yeah. So it's not just about like learning existing exploits,
Exactly.
but understanding how to think like a hacker.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
the book covers building your own network sniffer
Oh,
from scratch.
a network sniffer. That sounds kind of intense.
It is pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to capture and decode like the raw data packets
Right.
flowing through a network, like emails, passwords, website traffic,
Yeah.
all of it.
So like a digital detective, like eavesdropping on conversations.
Yeah.
You could see everything going on.
Yeah, pretty much. It's incredibly powerful
Right.
for understanding how networks work and
Yeah.
spotting potential security holes.
Yeah.
But but it gets even wilder. Okay.
The book also covers something called ARP poisoning.
ARP poisoning.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting into some seriously shady territory.
It sounds worse than it is,
Okay,
especially in the hands of an ethical hacker.
Right.
Basically, you're using code to trick a target computer into thinking you're the gateway
Okay.
to the network.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So instead of just passively like listening to traffic,
Right.
you're inserting yourself right in the middle of it.
Precisely. Yeah.
Wow.
You become the man in the middle, able to intercept
Right.
and analyze all the data flowing between the target computer
Yeah.
and the real gateway.
And Black Hat Python teaches you how to like actually do this.
It does.
Wow.
It even shows you how to use a Python library called Scapy.
Which is like a toolkit for building network manipulation tools.
Oh,
You can craft custom packets, manipulate headers, the works.
Yeah.
It's a lot of power.
Yeah.
So it's important to use it ethically.
Right, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of power, we talked earlier about Windows privilege escalation.
Right.
What are some specific examples of vulnerabilities
Sure.
the book covers?
So Black Hat Python dives into some like classic
Yeah.
Windows vulnerabilities.
Okay.
Remember those hidden backdoors
Right.
that could give you system level access?
Right. Right.
Well, the book shows you how those backdoors work
Okay.
and how Python can be used to potentially exploit them.
So that's
Yeah.
both fascinating and terrifying at the same time. It's like you're learning the secret language of computers.
Yeah.
But instead of just like talking, you're learning how to take control.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And the more you understand those vulnerabilities,
Right.
the better you can protect against them.
Right.
Right?
It's about staying one step ahead
Yeah.
of the bad guys.
It's like you're a digital locksmith,
Exactly.
always learning new ways to pick locks,
Yeah.
but with the goal of making everyone's doors more secure.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of tools,
Yeah.
Black Hat Python also covers some really cool stuff
Okay.
for web app testing.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Burp Suite?
Vaguely, it's a tool for
Yeah.
finding vulnerabilities in websites, right?
It is, yeah. It's like the industry standard tool
Okay.
for web app security testing.
Okay.
And what's really cool
Yeah.
is that Black Hat Python shows you how to build
Yeah.
your own custom extensions for Burp Suite
Oh, wow.
using Python.
Wait, so you can actually add your own features and functionality
You got it.
to like a professional grade hacking tool.
Yeah, imagine
Wow.
being able to automate tasks
Right.
like brute forcing login forms
Right.
or discovering hidden websites
Wow.
on a server all within Burp Suite.
Wow.
It's like having your own like custom built hacking Swiss Army knife.
right. That's incredible. So you could basically automate your own custom hacking tasks.
Yeah, yeah.
Tailored to like exactly what you need to find.
Yeah, and it gets even deeper.
The book also dives into memory forensics.
Okay.
Using a tool called volatility.
Memory forensic. What is that like?
Yeah.
Like analyzing someone's dreams to see what they're hiding.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
But instead of dreams, we're talking about a computer's RAM,
Okay.
right? Even if someone tries to cover their tracks
Right.
by deleting files,
Yeah.
traces of their activity can linger in memory.
Oh wow.
Volatility lets you analyze RAM dumps,
Yuck.
snapshots of a computer's memory,
Right.
to potentially extract things like passwords,
Okay.
browsing history,
Yeah.
or even encryption keys.
So even if like someone wiped their hard drive clean,
Yeah,
you might still be able to find evidence of what they were doing
potentially, yeah.
just by analyzing the RAM.
It's like being a digital detective.
Right.
Wow.
Piecing together clues that most people don't even know exist.
Yeah.
And Black Hat Python can help you master these techniques.
It's amazing how much is covered in this one book.
I know, right?
We've gone from sniffing network traffic to basically becoming like digital detectives.
Yeah.
Analyzing a computer's memory for clues.
Yeah.
It really seems like Black Hat Python gives you like
It does.
a complete arsenal of tools and techniques.
It really does, but more importantly,
Yeah.
it teaches you how to think like a hacker,
Right.
to look at systems and see not just
Yes.
how they work,
Yeah.
but how they can be broken.
Right. And that's a valuable skill, even if you never end up like actually using these techniques for,
Oh, absolutely.
penetration testing. Absolutely, yeah.
Mm.
Understanding how vulnerabilities are exploited is essential for building more secure systems, right?
Mhm.
This book can make you a better developer, a better security professional, or
Yeah.
just a more informed user of
Right.
technology.
That's what's so exciting about this whole deep dive.
Yeah, for sure.
We've just scratched the surface of what's possible
Oh, yeah.
with Python and ethical hacking.
Right.
Black Hat Python seems like the perfect launch pad
It is.
for anyone who wants to explore this world.
Yeah, it's packed with practical examples, code samples,
Yeah.
real-world scenarios that you can learn from
Right.
and adapt to your own projects.
Yeah.
And because it's all written in Python,
Right.
it's a very accessible way to get started with some pretty advanced stuff.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired to fire up a Python interpreter and start building some tools.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll even try building my own sniffer
Do it.
or writing a custom Burp Suite extension.
I'd love to see what you come up with.
Yeah.
Remember, the goal isn't just to learn these techniques,
Right?
but to use them for good.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Whether you're securing your own systems, helping others protect their data,
Mm.
or contributing to the ever-evolving field of cybersecurity,
Right.
there's a lot you can do with this knowledge.
That's a great point to end on. So
yeah.
everyone listening,
Yeah.
if you're curious about ethical hacking,
Mhm.
Python, or just want to peek behind the curtain
Right.
of cybersecurity,
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out Black Hat Python.
For sure.
You might be surprised at what you're capable of learning and creating.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the one developing the next
Yeah.
generation of cybersecurity tools and techniques,
Right.
inspired by what you learned in this very deep dive.
Now there's a thought.
So,
Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of Black Hat Python.
yeah, thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep learning, keep experimenting,
Yeah.
and stay curious.